Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's AJ, your average gamer 714 across all these here channels. Listen, I got a wheel update for you guys. This is for anyone who's using a wheel who might be struggling a little bit with their settings. This is something that I've worked through for the first 11 days of this game being out on PC. These are the settings that I've gotten into that have helped me a lot. I enjoy it. I've pulled my settings together by using videos from a whole bunch of different people over on YouTube. So I suggest that you guys definitely go watch those videos too. Watch mine as well. You could definitely use a combination of a bunch of different people's wheel settings to get yourself comfortable. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get you into NASCAR 25 here. Um, like I said, these are the settings that I have found help me the most. So what you do here, you go into your wheel. My degrees of rotation is 900, so that is correct. Um, my steering range, I have it set to 50. I've seen anybody use anything anywhere from 50 to 70. That seems to be the general consensus as a good starting point. My force feedback is at 100, leveling at 100, force feedback overdrive. Now, this is where you could definitely get into a bunch of different settings. Some people think that it's a bit annoying. They have it at a low number, 1, 2, 3. I like being able to feel every single detail on the track. So I have mine at 11. And then the impact boost, that's at 50. So like if I hit the wall, another car hits me, something like that. Um, with the overdrive, if I'm going over a rumble strip, it was pretty strong at 100, so I turned it down to 50. That seems to be a very, very good. Um, that seems to be very good for me. Like I said, a lot of people don't like very, very strong force feedback. I do. I like I like it to be a little bit stronger than what it would be in a real car. So that's kind of where I'm at. And then if we go over to the advanced controls, this is again a very subjective place. However, um, with the fact that I have my steering range at 50, um, this is where I have my steering controls set to. Again, I like it to be very responsive. I want to be able to feel if it's going to break loose, if it's going to um, push tight. So I have my nonlinear at 100. That basically just is a one-to-one input, wheel to game. My steering range, my speed sensitivity range and speed sensitivity nonlinear, both at 100 to reduce dampening at 60. Um, I find that if you have it at 100, my steering wheel specifically will oscillate a little bit. So I have it at 60 just so that if I'm driving in a straight line, that oscillation gets taken out of it. This is also where you can definitely change the feel of the car. I know a lot of people use a bunch of overshoot. I try to use as little of it as possible so I can have a little bit of a finer control. So I have my rate nonlinear set to 100 for both of these. That way I can get the full range out of my brakes. I can get the full range out of my pedal. But then that way, if I'm using just a little bit of brake or a little bit of pedal, it's not overpowering because that was a big issue when this game first came out. It was a big issue on my wheel and pedal set until I kind of dialed it in to where it's at right now. Dead zones both at 0 and then 25 overshoot um, on the throttle. That's really basically just to help me on restarts offline against AI. When it's online, everyone kind of deals with the same thing, so it doesn't really matter so much. But I hope that these settings will help you. What we're going to do is we're going to take a couple laps around Charlotte here so I can kind of show you what's up.
You're clear out.
I chose Charlotte because it's a nice, older, bumpy track.
Car outside.
I really want to be able to show you how much the wheel actually moves inside my hand here when I'm going around this racetrack. Like I said, this wheel settings have been really, really good for me. I really get a good feel of the race car. I can get a good feel of the race car when it's pushing tight, when it's wanting to break loose. When you're coming, through the tri-oval, you can feel some of those bumps and dips really nice. You can pick up the throttle pretty decently early here. Like I was saying, going around the entire track, you could really feel everything. And like I said, I came up with these settings so that I could get the same feeling across all the tracks in this game because I was having a big problem with road courses when I started, like, my steering would be way behind. Like, I'd steer one direction, and I'd have to really, really crank on it to get the car to go the other direction. So this has basically just really helped me get the same type of feeling across all the different tracks in this NASCAR game. And like I said, I love it so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch up to this guy that's right in front of us here. And then I'm going to get to rubbing on him a little bit so that you can see what the steering wheel does when you make contact with other cars. As you can see, I have the steering wheel off in my cockpit. I did that because I was actually kind of psyching myself where I would see the wheel move in the car, and I would input my steering kind of wrong. That's why I have mine gone. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up here to these guys here. Set up quite tight. Definitely loosen up the setup too. But anyways, yeah, like I said, you can see the wheel kind of jumping around a little bit here through the tri-oval. It's nice and stiff as the car loads up, getting into the corner, and then I can feel the car wanting to push tight. It's wanting to push the steering wheel away from the direction that I am turning. Other than my setup being wickedly tight.
Inside now.
Alright, so I didn't really like rub up on him. I basically just spun myself out. But you can see when I made contact with him, the car just grabbed itself, and the steering wheel just went in the direction that your tires want to go when it self um, when it when it self corrects. Now, the other thing I do want to show you, because I am using a PXN V10. Let me just get it pulled up here on my phone. They do have an app for this game, or for these wheels, because they don't have a software on PC. Now, for the VD series, the direct drive, they do have um, a what's it called? They do have a software on PC, but this one is just um what it is. It's just basically Bluetooth, and then it kind of stores it in like a memory chip or something that's on the wheel, and that's how it saves its settings. But these are the settings that I'm currently using. Force feedback at 80, spring force at 50, dampening force 50, friction force 80, and inertia force 50. Now, hopefully you can see that very well without too much glare, but that is the PXN app. So you can do a dual setting here. You could set it in the game, and then you could set it on the app. I've noticed if you basically kind of max everything out in the game, and then you use your phone the app on the phone to fine tune it, it really brings the wheel to life. It really does. So, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick video here for wheel settings. I really hope that this video helped you guys. Let me know down in the comments below what settings you use. Talking everything. So go through your setup. Let me know what you're using. Share it with others down in the comments below. Let me know if this video helped you, and we will catch you guys in the next one.